Hi guys, welcome back. I am back from vacation, so I have a little bit of a late video this week. Last weekend I bought Solana in the depth of the dip and I've transferred it to Marinade Staked Sol, or staked it with Marinade Finance. And I also bought Ethereum before I went on vacation. I bought it during the dip last week, the second dip after the SEC suing Coinbase and Binance, and that has had a nice pump since then. So I was quite lucky, or did a good job. I don't know. The result is good at least, and I've transferred that to Lido Wrapped Staked Sol, giving me the largest position in Wrapped Staked Sol of $218. So this video, I want to go into 3 reasons why I'm bullish for 2023. First reason is 2022 scandals have oversold the markets. The second reason is the Bitcoin halving is coming next year. And the third reason is regulations, or actually the lack of regulations. So the biggest thing I want to say is that last year we had a horrible markets. FTX was running their scam using customer funds to do all kinds of crazy things with Alameda Madoff, and he should of course go to jail for life, but he's friendly with regulators, so maybe he will go scot-free. And we had Three Arrows Capital with the endless leveraging to the sky, borrowing money from Celsius and other platforms. So when, of course, endless leverage went bad, as expected, the lending platforms went tits up, as expected. And this was due to Terra's downfall, which Terra was just a horrible project, and Three Arrows Capital should never have been invested in them. And in fact, probably it's more of a friendly investment from friends of friends invest with friends, and everything goes up only until it doesn't, and everything goes to hell. So it was a horrible year and it was quite scary, scared off a lot of investors, and it's probably the worst we've seen since the Mt. Gox collapse. The Mt. Gox collapse was way worse in terms of size, the percentage of the total market, but this is just so much bigger in total terms. It scared away a lot of retail investors, but they're only temporarily out. They come back with rising prices. Institutions, on the other hand, they are here. They're here to stay. Technological advancements that's been built and products that's been built are still here and they're still going. So even though it seems like so bad for cryptocurrencies, it shakes out a lot of bad money and a lot of bad people or risky people with risky positions. And in the end, it's a good thing for cryptocurrencies. And we will see that the oversold markets will come back. It's sold off more than the scandals would lead you to think. The Bitcoin halving is coming close. So this one says 3rd of May. Actually, most places I've seen says that it's in the around the middle of April, but of course we don't know until we are there. So it changes all the time. And why is that a good thing? Well, the inflation will go down and the sell pressure will go down. And historically, that means rising prices. And it makes sense it makes rising prices because there's less sell pressure. There is less inflation. And when BTC goes up, everything goes up. A rising tide lifts all boats, and Bitcoin is a really large tide. So with the Bitcoin halving coming at the end of the year, I think we will see rising prices before the end of the year. So that's why I think it's good that we started the portfolio now, because we can invest in the down times, invest into the upcoming event of the Bitcoin halving and other upcoming events. So as you can see here, these are the halving dates, the last few halving dates, and the price starts to lift off and goes parabolic before the event, and the price starts lift off and goes It starts to lift off before the event and goes parabolic after the event. Starts to lift off before, goes parabolic after. Starts to lift off before, going parabolic after. Of course, the past doesn't always equal the future, and all investors in the market expects this, which means that it might happen differently this year. And in my opinion, I think actually we will see the inflation reduction impact the prices earlier, although nothing is secure and we don't know what will happen. And the second is the regulations. There is a lot of things happening around the world, and it's mostly negative. I think regulations are negative in itself. And on Twitter, we all see the negativity. We see Gary Gensler going down hard. They're trying to basically remove all cryptocurrencies from the market by fighting them in courts. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. Especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're too strong. Nothing is going to happen. And they can't seize all markets. And also United States is too open. They can't exclude themselves from the world like China has done to a certain extent. Although also China, there is cryptocurrency activity going on, even if it's illegal, because of the way cryptocurrencies work. You can't totally lock out everything. And also, you don't have to look at just United States and China. You had all over the world, you see positive or at least semi-positive regulations coming out, where you know what the regulatory framework will be, you know what you're allowed to do, you know what you're not allowed to do, which is positive. Even Hong Kong recently opened up quite a lot. So China accepts cryptocurrencies through Hong Kong. And all of this is quite positive. But the main thing I want to say is that regulations take a lot of time. And while there are no regulations, that's positive for cryptocurrencies. And some countries, like of course El Salvador, and as well as many traditional tax havens and Caribbean islands, is really, really good for cryptocurrency users. Countries like Singapore, Germany, Switzerland, Portugal, like rather large economies, have very, very good cryptocurrency regulations. And I don't think we should be too afraid of cryptocurrency regulations. We will see a lot of positives. And as an XRP investor, regulations are usually put into a bad light. They're looked at negatively, they're looked at scarily. But if you live in a country which might regulate cryptocurrencies, you might actually want to buy some Monero. And I think harsh regulations can actually be good for Monero. If you live in a country where cryptocurrencies are looked down upon, you might want the privacy, you might want the security, you might want something that you can take in your bag, or actually take not in your bag, but just keep the keys and go to a different country, which is more friendly. And all of a sudden you have some liquid cash. That's good for Monero. It's also good for Litecoin, Zcash, and the other Dash and the other privacy related cryptos. And some people look at, oh, will they survive? Yes, they will, and they will survive well. So that's the reasons why I think we look for a bullish 2023. And the great thing is that bull markets create bulls. And retail loves seeing green bars, and they love buying into the green bars. Even if you should be buying now during the downtime, it's so much more fun to buy when everything goes up, and retail loves it. Positivity builds upon itself, and bull markets creates bulls. So back to my portfolio. As you can see, it's been going really, really good. I used Marinade Finance to buy to convert my SOL that I bought to MSOL, earning me 6.66% annually. And I also converted my ETH to wrapped staked ETH, earning me the Lido staking rewards in the wrapped staked ETH token on Arbitrum. So that's my portfolio this week. Everything is going really well. I'm up $22 total, which is really good from being down like $50 total last week. And yeah, Thank you so much for watching. Please share your opinions if you'd like. Do you think 2023 will be bullish? At least so do I. Thank you very much and have a nice day.